Hey India, what's happening?
Hey Mikey, how are you?
Good. I'm excited to be here with you today and go over all the amazing things that you have going on at Wig Medical. Um, it's been a pretty exciting couple weeks and probably month or so since we last did a live together.
Yes.
So I say we got a few people jumping on this live, but let's just go ahead and jump in and talk about. I think let's first start talking about how was the Bronner Brothers event this past weekend in New Orleans for Wig Medical.
Bronner Brothers was so much fun. It was our first kind of experience with Bronner Brothers. So it was really cool to kind of get out and meet a lot of the students, a lot of prospective students, and also a lot of entrepreneurs. It was a really, really fun experience for Wig Medical. I really kind of enjoyed getting to talk to people, hear their perspective, and honestly, just learn more about other businesses that are out there. So Bronner Brothers was extremely exciting, and I'm so excited to do it again.
Awesome. And you also did a class on Monday. It was about an hour and a half. I actually missed it. I was at the Bronner Brothers show with Private Label. We were actually pretty slamming, even though it was later in the day, Monday. How did the class go?
The class was really good. It was really kind of, again, one of those moments where I got to speak to prospective students one on one, kind of give a background about the company and answer those questions that, just I didn't have the ability to answer during the show because we kind of were talking to people as they were coming up to the table. But the class was really, really good. A lot of information. I learned a lot. I got to meet a lot of cool people. So if you were on here and you got to come to the class, thank you so much for coming. I was so excited to meet you.
The um, the one exciting thing is about the class, and we're going to get into that kind of segue into it, was you have a product that's going to be released on Wig Medical. So it is the medical wig. What is it called?
The
The medical wig.
consultation kit, the medical
Yeah,
wig
the
consultation kit.
consultation kit. Okay, so
Mhm.
India's been working on the consultation kit. You got some feedback. Everyone was like, "Wow, this is actually really, really good."
Mhm.
And then you actually got some feedback of an idea of what to add to that, which I'm going to help you with.
Right.
And so, why don't you tell everybody about the consultation kit, which we'll be launching next week?
So we have decided that, kind of, well, when we created the course with the idea that we would always add value and we would always take feedback from students and kind of incorporate that feedback into the course because that would make the course 10 times better, right? So as we're going through the course and trying to think about ways to kind of take it to the next level, we started to think about consultations and how to make the consultation seamless for the cranial prosthesis specialist. And that's kind of how we came up with the idea to provide a consultation kit because we know that medical grade wigs are expensive. And so you're not going to have on hand just a bunch of different wigs to kind of be able to show your clients. So the consultation kit is going to come with a texture wheel, a color wheel, and different medical grade wig caps that you can kind of go through with your clients at the consultation so that you can reach out to the vendor and give them the exact type of custom unit that your client wants. And so I kind of introduced this in the class at Bronner Brothers, and I got a really good idea from a stylist that was there to incorporate different types of lace in the kit as well. And this kit, I think, is going to be a game changer for cranial prosthesis specialists because it's going to take your service to the next level. Right now, unless you have a inventory of medical grade wigs kind of just on hand, a lot of the consultation is spent showing, I know, photos or kind of talking about the material. But to be able to have this consultation kit with these different medical grade wigs, the texture wheel, and then the color wheel, it kind of gives your client a more, well, definitely gives your client a more realistic idea and a more realistic expectation of what their unit is going to be. So that's kind of the idea behind the consultation kit. And the students loved it at Bronner Brothers, and that was really good feedback for me because I'm like, how can we make this process even more seamless for the students? Always thinking about the students and ways to kind of help them maximize their revenue as a specialist.
What I like is, and I've been talking to you a lot about, is, the course itself, as far as getting, going through the course and understanding what a cranial prosthesis specialist is really important. You get certified, you're kind of ready to go. But where I think a lot of other courses lack is it just kind of cuts off there.
Right.
And what you're really working on is it's not just, hey, here's the course, you're done, but then here are the next 20, 30 steps afterwards and helping build that out for the students. Um, so that part's really exciting because we actually had a call earlier today with somebody and we were talking about that. They were interested in medical grade wigs. So I was talking to them, they were talking
Mhm.
about the course. So you were talking to them, and it was actually a really interesting call that we had today. So I just like to see where this is going and continuing to go, because the exciting part, I believe, is since it's launched, you now have two additional courses that everyone who purchased it before, including myself, we have access to.
Right.
And you have plans for a bunch more courses that the sooner you purchase it, this at that price, the course's value keeps going up. You kind of get grandfathered in or locked in, because I just saw the email about it. You're kind of, good way to say it is, you're getting grandfathered in at that price for all the future courses. Um, so tell me a little bit about the medical wig vendor course, because I think that was something that people kept asking for, and everyone was super excited. All the current course students were super excited to see.
Right. So I'm so glad you asked about that, Mikey, because I am personally very, very excited to now be able to offer this medical wig sourcing course. For a long time, after launching the course, the question that we would get at the end is, where can I get medical grade wigs from? Do you guys offer a vendor list? And we really kind of wanted to make sure that whatever vendors we added to the course were of quality and standard, right? Because we wanted it to align with the actual course and the information. So what we did was decided to kind of take time, try out different vendors, and come up with a comprehensive list of vendors, but not only just a comprehensive list, to create an entire medical wig sourcing course. So it goes over how to talk to vendors, how do we pay vendors, the different types of caps, the different types of units, so that when the students go through this course and it's time for them to speak to the vendors, they're already well versed and they're educated on what they need to ask for, what they need to look for. And so I was really excited to kind of be able to launch this course and then offer it to the students that are already taking the course and certified to make their business that much better. So it's definitely a increase in value of the course, because medical wig vendors are very hard to find, good quality medical grade wig vendors. And as we all know, to produce these units takes a large amount of time. So if you can cut out the looking for vendor portion of it, it allows you to start practicing a lot sooner, and it allows you to know. And these are trusted vendors. So these are vendors that are going to have good quality. They're going to be able to produce these wigs for you. And so I think that being able to add that to the course is very lucrative for the students. And so I'm really excited to be able to do that. I'm really excited that Wig Medical now has a trusted list of vendors, and that it's now available to the students too for no additional charge if you've already kind of been certified. Or if you're interested in taking the course now, that course is now included as well in the price. So 10 times the value is kind of what we're looking to do over at Wig Medical, consistently upping the value of the course.
Yeah, and I think what's important also in that is being able to have a distinction between, hair quality and a lot of other factors that go into the pricing of a wig. Because, with my experience, obviously, me at Private Label, I have just a lot of experience with the manufacturing of products. And there's a lot of times the way you need to speak with manufacturers or vendors to make sure that you're getting actually the right product and the right quality is super important. I mean, it can make or break. We did, real quick, we did have a question. How much will it cost or it's free to graduates of the course? I believe she's talking about the consult kit. So I think you said the consult kit's going to launch at $299.
Yes.
And that's because it does have 4 medical grade wig caps. And I want to make sure people understand, a medical grade wig cap is completely different than the standard wig cap that you would see at a beauty supply store. I mean, these are very expensive. They're not easy to come by. Total different level of quality, obviously. The coloring, the samples of the textures, and then you even talked about doing some lace in there, which would be, I think, kind of neat.
Yeah.
So great question. That should be released, I believe you said next week.
Yes.
Um, so that's exciting, obviously. What other, for new students of the course, I know you added you've been upping the branding and such. What are some of the other things that you've been working on for that?
So now we've added lab coat bags with our Wig Medical branding on there. We also added the workbook inside of the inside of a Wig Medical branded box that we're going to now send the certificates and everything in. We have pens, we have notepads, just a bunch of really cool trinkets that we kind of wanted to add to overall enhance the experience of the students of the course. So a lot of branding happening over at Wig Medical. I can't wait for you guys to see it.
Yeah, it's actually funny that when India got the workbook. So if you're familiar with the 42-page workbook, you know it's nice to have a professionally printed version, spiral notebook style. And she brought it in to show me, and then obviously, if you know my business partner Dallas Christopher, she brings it in, and Dallas immediately he grabs that thing and he's like, "Whoa, look at!"
Mhm.
He's like, "This is Paul Mitchell. This is Paul Mitchell," meaning like the level of quality of the workbook, the printmanship and everything else for that. He was like, "This is really, really legit," and he was actually excited to see that because, it's just not something that was half done. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, we're
Um,
so excited.
so we've talked about some of the things that are already out, and then I know you have some more courses coming here in the near future to add additional value. Can you give any hints about what that might be?
So we've been getting a lot of questions about application, about hair loss restoration. And so I won't say too much, but we are on that route and we're on that we're headed that way over at Wig Medical. So make sure you guys are following us on social media. Make sure you're looking at our YouTube channel so that you get all the updates, but definitely a lot of very informative courses coming in the future, the very near future.
Yeah, so that's really key, is that this continues to grow, because I think I saw some comments on a post on the social media and you're like, "Hey Mikey, I got to add this." And I'm like, "Yeah, you definitely should."
Yeah.
So getting feedback from the current client base is really important. That's how we built everything at Private Label, was basically, I mean, so much in our Facebook group. It used to be the Starter Hair Extension Business Group. Now it's called Hair Business Blueprint Group. So much of that feedback is what we did implemented to help grow all of this. So I love that you're following the same path. I wanted to show everyone real quick. I'm going to go over to the website just so you guys see here. If you go to the certification course and you add to cart, you're going to see the additional courses. Oh, let me click that. You're going to see the additional courses that have been added. So one of the other things was India broke out the directory listing into its own course with local SEO. And as this continues to grow, you'll see additional courses here. But what I think is so important about this is that um, the local SEO is so important, because that's how people are going to find you as a cranial prosthesis specialist. They're generally going to probably want to work with someone in their area, someone that they can talk to directly, maybe see some medical grade wig caps, medical grade wigs. You can always do a Zoom consultation, something along those lines, but it is nice to have that option in-house. So getting listed in the directory, first of all, has done wonders for a lot of people. And then also getting into learning more about local SEO. Honestly, this is going to give you such an advantage relative to other cranial prosthesis specialists that
Mhm.
don't know about local SEO, because they have no idea what they're doing in this subject. So if you just start showing up at the top of rankings inside Google locally for being a cranial prosthesis specialist. Literally, Google can send you free business.
Yeah.
And, having access to that and start learning about this, I think is an absolute key. So, if you're already part of the course, make sure you're taking these additional courses very seriously because this is really your roadmap to success as a cranial prosthesis specialist.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So India, what wanted to see if anyone had any more questions. Please feel free to go ahead and leave a comment. This is live, so we are answering stuff immediately. So India, is there anything else that you wanted to add
I
to
forgot to
this?
mention, Mikey, I forgot to mention, I almost forgot. We
Oh,
have the course workbook inside of the course.
that's
So,
new. Yep,
yes,
the course
yes.
workbook. So let's talk about that for a second.
So when I was going through my emails, I kind of populated a lot of the frequently asked questions that I get from students that are going through the course. And what I did was created an interactive notebook that kind of is aligned with each chapter. And it details the key parts of each chapter and gives the students fields where they can kind of write in definitions. So, for example, when we go through the different types of medical related hair loss, it'll be the vocabulary word and then lines for the students to write the definitions. I also included portions where they could jot down notes and kind of better organize their ideas, as well as a place where they could write down questions that they had. So that way, when we get on the phone or they send me emails, we can kind of go through their questions chapter by chapter. And that way better mitigate, any confusions or misconceptions that they have. So the course workbook is really, really helpful. It's really, really key because what it will do is kind of allow the students to organize their thoughts as well as kind of process the information because it's a lot of information.
So what's really good about that is we do learn better when you do write things down,
Yeah.
right? So I'm adamant about my to-do list, about my calendar, but another way is writing things down when you're learning. And you, as a former teacher, which I don't think people know,
Yeah.
India is a former teacher. It was biology, right?
Yep. A biology teacher.
And why were you a biology teacher? Because your major in college was?
Biology and my master's is in neuroscience.
There you go. So if you didn't know that about India, when I found that out, actually, I was just like, wait, what? I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't see that in the course. You need to
Yeah.
not like be hiding people that. I mean, for you guys, look, that's some goals right there. There it is. That's some goals.
Mhm.
That's some serious goals. So you guys are learning from someone that was formerly a biology teacher that's been in the hair industry for, are you going on 3 years now?
Yeah. Going on 3 years.
Okay, so 3 years in the hair industry, been in the medical wig industry for a little while now, great credentials. So, yes, you are learning from someone that's a lot smarter than me, guys. A lot smarter than me. So, yeah, that's fantastic. Yes, you added that. And then I don't know, did we go over the free pre course? Because there is a free pre course since our last live.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about the free pre-course.
We need
Um,
to we need to do these more often and then make sure that people get in
yeah.
there with their questions. So a little bit about the free pre-course, let us know.
So the free pre-course is an interactive course similar to the certification course, where, in my opinion, it not only gives you, it's not only full of information, but it also kind of allows you an introduction at my teaching style, since I am the instructor for the full line course. And it allows you to get familiar with the platform because the pre-course is also on the same platform that the certification course is on. And in the pre-course, we go over how to set up your business as a cranial prosthesis specialist. So all of the logistics needed prior to starting the certification course, you'll get all of those things in the pre-course. And I always recommend that students take the pre-course first before going on to the certification course because it'll really give you a good foundation. So if you haven't got the opportunity to take the pre-course, if you're a student that's already taken the certification exam and haven't taken a pre-course, definitely go and take the pre-course because it's full of information as well that I think is very helpful and very lucrative as a cranial prosthesis specialist.
Yeah, that's fantastic. You can't be, and it gives you a good idea of what to expect within the course, the quality, the layout, to make sure that you can kind of more or less vibe with it.
Yeah.
So one other quick thing I wanted to tell everybody, um, India's got a little surprise for you before we go. If there's any questions, we're more than welcome to answer it for you. I'm going to put it in the chat here inside the comments to everyone. So India, we know that India's, this course is slowly going to be increasing in price as more courses get added. That just makes sense. India was very kind, especially because this is streaming live in my group, the Hair Business Blueprint. And I was like, look, you got to give them something, India. Give them a little bit, give them a little love. So she said that for the next hour after this live, she's discounted it back to the original price. So you guys can hop in and you can get it at the original price and get it along with the 2 additional courses. You're going to get the printed workbook, the new setup with some of the Wig Medical swag, just even more value than ever. So India, I thank you for that, because I know we're streaming in the Hair Business Blueprint, and it's very important to get more people involved, because private label has some nice medical wigs for everyone now. So I need to make sure you guys are getting certified and possibly considering using us as a source. Real quick, we do have another question here. I've entered live chat. You also started, so you may have answered this already. After finishing the pre-course, how long does it take to finish the certification process? So how long does the Wig Medical certification take? Like if you sign up for the course today, how long does it take to finish the course?
Okay, that's a very good question. So the course is 9 chapters long and roughly about 8.5 hours. So it's self-paced and self-guided. It really just depends on how much time you're able to dedicate to the course. We have students that finish it in 2 days. We have some students that it takes weeks to complete. But it's totally up to you. However, how much you can do in a day, or you may need to chunk it and break it up, but you have lifetime access to it. So don't feel the need to rush through it. Don't feel the need to kind of beat a timeline. You have lifetime access to the course, as well as all of the updates as well, which is really, really cool, because we're constantly updating.
Okay, so there you go. Probably, if you're really hitting it hard, I would say probably 2 days. You'll get it done, 2 to 3 days. I think you actually mentioned this morning that some people that signed up at the Bronner Brothers show, they've already completed it. Those people they're running and gunning. They're ready.
Yeah.
They are ready to reach the next level of success. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, cool. Well, guys, we have that going, that special going for another hour. So if you are interested in saving on the course, it's let's just say till 8:30 Eastern. Is that fair, India? I'm trying to squeeze a couple extra minutes out of you over here for this. But just to make sure you guys know that this is the course. Actually, one thing that I saw, because I was checking this out,
there's
you can
the box.
actually
Let's show them the box there. There's the box.
Oh, you have the box.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the box is on here. So let me show you. There's the new Wig Medical box. So make sure when you get this, if you get this, you post it on social media. But I wanted to show everybody. I'm just going to copy and paste this review. Oh, this is going to be a long review, but I'm going to go ahead and put this up here. So this was your most recent review. Let's see. Oh, it's so long I can't fit it on there. So this is somebody you met at the Bronner Brothers, because I saw that you met someone there.
Yes, Chastity, Miss Chastity.
Yeah. So was she in the Monday course, or did you meet her before that?
She came to the Monday in-person course.
Okay. So basically talking a little bit about what she thought about the course. She sees the value in it, and that's what's so exciting, because it's more than just a course, and people that first took it and then now have access to all these additional things, they can really see where the course is going. So I think that's really, really important. Let's see. One other question is, will you be discounting the directory course that is priced at $347? So that is actually included with the certification course. So yes, it will be discounted, because like I showed everybody earlier, let me get back over there. So if you see in the cart, if you get the medical wig certification course, which is now discounted, oh, let me get rid of, I got too many in my cart. Let me remove that. You'll see that the directory listing is 0 and the sourcing course is 0. So these two courses are now bundled together, included for free with this main course. So you're getting more than just one course, you're getting 3 courses. So hopefully that answers your question. Okay, so I want to give everybody else a chance to get on this course. Of course, if they want to get in touch with you, if you guys can see here, there's a little live chat button that you can click, and then you can go here, and then you can send India a message. She usually responds very quick, I've been told. So please use that for any additional questions, or feel free to leave a comment within the chat here, and India will go back and reply. Anything else to add, India?
I just want to add to Celeste. I see another question from her. Celeste, if you log onto your dashboard, all of those courses will be there because you purchased the certification course. So
no, I think what she's saying is she's already a cranial prosthesis specialist, so she might want it separate.
Okay, I think she was actually certified through Wig Medical.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So yeah, if
she's having trouble, just email me personally and I can walk you through how to access it. But because you purchased the certification course, these courses are available to you at no additional cost.
Yeah, and so what she's saying is, as you know, as more courses come out, if you sign up today, you're not going to have, don't have FOMO. It's not like you buy this expensive iPhone and they keep coming out with new iPhones and you're not going to get it. So basically, you sign up for the course, and as more courses get released, it's going to be your grandfathered in. You're going to get access to those in the future, and that's So basically, if you're getting it this year, you're probably, I know you say 10 times value, it's probably going to be 20 times value, just as a heads up. Okay, guys, it's my dinner time. So thank you so much. India, we need to do this at least monthly. Is get on here and go live, because I have fun and get chatting with everyone, because I see a lot of familiar names. I hear my cat screaming, so I'm going to go feed the cats. And thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back soon. Thanks, India.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.